Hello, I'm Audrey Noel, the Director of the Johnson Controls Water Infrastructure Technology Team. We are part of a team of subject matter experts in water loss reduction strategies, utility metering, AMR, AMI systems, leak detection, and sustainability.
And hi, I'm Jonathan Gunn. I serve as both a market manager and a project development engineer on the team.
And hello, I'm Craig Hanna, and I am blessed to serve as the engineering manager of this team. We know that you have many choices when it comes to who should develop and install your water and wastewater project. And we understand and respect that you and your staff are facing a very difficult decision. We also realize that by now you've probably heard plenty of promises from salespeople. We would like to spend a few minutes of your time sharing our story and giving you some valid reasons why you should choose Johnson Controls. We hope to illustrate how your utility, your town or city, and its citizens will benefit from our knowledge and experience. It all started back in 1999, when we were developing a traditional energy conservation performance contracting project for a small city in North Texas. One day, the city manager asked to speak with our account executive. He said, "Joe, I understand what you're trying to do. If I install new energy efficient HVAC equipment, a new control system for that equipment, and if I replace these old lighting fixtures with new energy efficient ones, I'll save money on my utility bills, but that's not really where I'm hurting. I have a system filled with old, inaccurate water meters, and I'm losing water and sewer revenue every day. I don't have the funds available to replace those water meters. I can't raise water and sewer rates, and I cannot pass a bond. Is there something that Johnson Controls can do to help me?" And like all good salesmen, Joe knew to answer yes to our customer. The concept of using a performance contract to fund both water and wastewater infrastructure improvements was started as a result of that one conversation, and Johnson Controls created an entire new industry. And since that first water meter and mobile AMR system project back in 1999, Johnson Controls has developed, installed, and commissioned more than 130 AMR and AMI system projects across the U.S. and Canada. We have installed over 1.3 million water meters, as well as hundreds of thousands of electric meters, natural gas meter indexes, and leak noise loggers. No other energy services company, or ESCO, can even come close to that number of installed projects. Additionally, Johnson Controls is the only ESCO to have a dedicated team of water experts with a national focus in order to ensure that your project is developed using the latest technologies and industry-proven methods. We know this because our members have a heavy involvement with the American Water Works Association. In fact, our team helps to literally write the books on water loss reduction and water metering. The Johnson Controls Water Infrastructure Technology Team participates in various AWWA committees and subcommittees as either chairs or in other leadership positions at the national level. We both co-author and edit the AWWA M6, M22, and M36 manuals on water loss reduction and water metering. We regularly draft articles for publication in AWWA OpFlow and AWWA Journal. We also serve as peer reviewers for articles that are to be published in AWWA Water Science. Lastly, we frequently deliver technical session presentations at water conferences across the United States. Our team of industry experts will be able to help you in any number of ways. Do you need assistance in selecting a technology that will meet the needs of your utility in a vendor-neutral format? Does your utility currently have meters that are not properly installed or maybe improperly sized or typed for the current application? Do you need assistance with upgrading your system so that it is in compliance with both state and local regulations? How about a review of your billing system? Or maybe distribution system leak detection and smart city technologies and Internet of Things or IoT devices? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Johnson Controls can help. Because we have a team of subject matter experts, we can lead with education so that you can choose wisely. We know how truly busy you are with day-to-day operations with very limited staff. That is why we offer vendor-neutral workshops on water meters, AMR, AMI systems, automated leak detection systems, and customer engagement portals. In addition, we can provide you with a comprehensive change management program to refine your existing processes and procedures while we are installing the new systems. And we can provide you with a customized public outreach program to successfully market your project to the general public. As a part of our process, we will survey all meters 3-inch in size and larger to ensure that the existing meter settings both meet AWWA and manufacturer specifications. Industry research shows that the accuracy of an improperly installed water meter may be reduced between 5% and as much as 25%, and the useful life of the meter may also be shortened. Additionally, we check to ensure that the existing meter is the appropriate type and size given the application. Failure to do so can result in unbilled revenue for the utility, even if the meter is brand new and meets AWWA accuracy specifications. And it may even result in litigation for the utility. For example, the meter setting on this slide is from one of our customers in California that had a broken 8-inch turbine meter serving a single-story public housing project that consisted of about 100 units. There was no swimming pool, and there was not much lawn to irrigate at that property. Now, most companies would either replace the broken meter with another 8-inch turbine meter or perhaps downsize the meter because it seemed to be oversized. But our team had the experience and judgment to know that something was amiss. At our request, the city investigated and discovered a fire sprinkler system in this complex that was unknown to the city. JCI then replaced the broken meter and reworked the meter setting with the appropriately sized fire service meter. In this situation, not only did we reduce apparent water loss and increase billable revenue for the utility by installing a meter capable of registering usage at lower flow rates, but we also saved the city from potential liability if there was a fire event at the property, and a part of the loss could be assigned to having a non-UL listed or FM approved meter in service. And Jonathan, would you like to tell us about our vendor neutrality?
Yeah, thank you, Craig. So unlike some of our competitors who may ally themselves with a particular manufacturer or technology provider, Johnson Controls is vendor neutral. We will never purposely promote one provider over another because we know that every utility is different and has unique needs and capabilities. What works well in one utility may prove very challenging to another. We have installed most every mechanical and static water meter on the market, and we have installed most every reputable mobile AMR and fixed network AMI system. We know the relative strengths and weaknesses of each system, and we are here to share that invaluable knowledge and experience with you, our customer. Johnson Controls is the only ESCO to have its own proprietary billing system engine called H2 Optimizer. One of the first things that we'll do at the onset of your project is to obtain an extract from your billing system. We will then import this extract into our H2 Optimizer program, along with other information such as rate codes, billing periods, etc. We will then recreate your bills using that information and compare what was calculated by the H2 Optimizer program and what was actually billed per your extract. Differences between those two can indicate issues such as an improper meter multiplier, improper rate code, improper meter sizes in the billing system, and other issues to be explored. In all cases, Johnson Controls will bring these issues to your attention so that we can troubleshoot them collectively and make sure that your new system will be accurate from day one. As a quick example, Johnson Controls discovered more than 30 large commercial and industrial accounts in one city that were being billed incorrectly because someone had entered the wrong meter size into the billing software when the account was originally created. Moreover, 2 of those accounts happened to be the 2 largest users of water in the city. The city could now discreetly approach its customer and negotiate a settlement, thus avoiding embarrassing media coverage and potential legal action. All water utilities have leaks in their distribution system, no matter how new or well-maintained they are. The most obvious leaks make themselves known, sometimes in spectacular fashion. But how many others do you have in your system which are causing your utility to lose billable revenue, yet remain undetected? How many of those smaller leaks will be allowed to propagate until they become big leaks? Our industry experts on the JCI Water Infrastructure Technology team can help you find those leaks using the latest state-of-the-art technologies and techniques that are available in the industry. JCI can either provide you with the equipment and train you how to use it, or you can elect for JCI to periodically visit your utility and use this technology on your behalf using an as-a-service model. No matter which method you choose, the result will be the same: reduced water loss and increased revenue to your utility. By the way, the leak that you see in this photo was unknown to the customer at the time. This one leak, which had an estimated flow rate of 215 gallons per minute, was costing our customer over $1 million per year. Are you ready to take the next step beyond the basics? Our team of experts can help you there as well. While the terms smart city and Internet of Things can sometimes be quite nebulous, Johnson Controls can help you find solutions to many other areas, such as water quality monitoring, temperature and pressure sensing, remote disconnect, smart parking solutions, and many more.
I know that this slide looks extremely busy, and that is intentional. The items that you see on this slide represent just a fraction of the improvement measures that Johnson Controls has installed in cities and towns across North America. Johnson Controls has an enormous breadth of solutions in our tool chest, and we can assure you that this slide will only get busier in the coming years as the improving coverage of LoRaWAN, LTE-M cellular, and MB IoT cellular networks make smart city concepts and Internet of Things device support a reality. Johnson Controls excels in the water industry and has committed to being experts in that area. However, JCI also has an abundance of other areas for which we can help you solve complex issues. Using a wide array of financing methods, JCI can bundle many of your to-do tasks and complete them under a single project. JCI takes full advantage of enabling legislation to increase your revenue, lower your operations and maintenance expenses, and reduce your carbon footprint with renewable technologies. Better yet, this can all be accomplished using a turnkey pricing model, so you know exactly what your project will cost before you put pen to paper. Not only can we bundle these solutions, accomplish your goals now instead of later, and reduce the number of projects that you'll have to coordinate, but we can also financially guarantee various outcomes which have been identified in the project. Following established protocols, you have the option to select the measurement protocol for the guarantee, and JCI will report back to you at an interval of your choosing on how the project is performing now that those business improvement measures have been implemented. If for some reason the project is not performing as expected, JCI is required to calculate the financial difference between what was expected and what has happened, and either perform additional work of the same value or reimburse you for the difference. Don't just take our word for it. Here's a short video from one of our customers about the comprehensive water loss reduction and energy efficiency project that we developed and installed for them and how it benefited their city.
A quiet transformation in Evansville, Indiana has completely changed the way residents pay for water gushing from their taps and flushing down their drains. Upgrades at the wastewater treatment plant now save hundreds of thousands of dollars in electricity every year. Restaurants and commercial kitchens generate clean energy by recycling fats, oils, and grease. And new automated metering infrastructure, or AMI, wirelessly reads 64,000 meters. The improvements are part of an energy savings performance contract with Johnson Controls.
To say it's a win-win situation might be trite, but nothing could be more accurate.
The ESPC allowed city leaders to invest $39 million in much-needed infrastructure to advance the mayor's Smart City 2.0 initiative without pinching ratepayers' wallets.
Mayors want a viable water and sewer utility, right? But it's not very sexy. No mayor wants to come in and raise water rates and raise sewer rates.
By upgrading to more energy-efficient systems, the utility didn't have to raise rates. Instead, leaders are generating an estimated $3.1 million in annual energy savings over the next 20 years to pay for the improvements over time.
It was a big surprise, so it's a big learning curve to learn about it, and it's sort of like, is this for real? Does this really work?
It works because city leaders uncovered plenty of aging and wasteful systems, starting at the wastewater treatment plant.
Think of it as it's a wastewater facility, but it's actually a recycling center. So when people flush their toilets, it's got to go somewhere. What we do is we clean it up and put the clean water back into the river, and then we get rid of the bad stuff. We use a tremendous amount of energy to pump all this water and to process it. So one of our largest bills is electricity.
To cut their bill, city leaders installed typical energy savings upgrades, such as lighting, HVAC, controls, and power factor correction. But they also invested in unconventional measures, such as valve automation and a solid waste centrifuge.
When you're finished cleaning up the water, you're still left with some solid stuff. Johnson Controls helped us identify different technology for drying those solids.
The treatment plant cut solid waste by 20% and, in turn, lowered the cost of hauling it away. In addition to saving energy, the plant is also producing energy. Evansville is the first city in the country to include FOG, or fats, oils, and grease, in an energy savings performance contract. When restaurants and food kitchens dump their grease, it's brought to the treatment plant for processing.
We have 4 very large million-gallon tank digesters at this facility. You see the lid of one, which is right behind me here. There are, I call them bugs, eat the bad stuff in there, and it creates methane. That project probably supplies 30 to 40% of the power at this plant. Our objective someday is to virtually be off the entire electric grid where we're self-sustaining.
While most residents never see the wastewater treatment plant, they certainly get a water and sewer bill. Today, that bill is more accurate. The city invested in AMI technology to install 64,000 meters and 10 wireless towers to gather real-time data.
When somebody calls in and they do have a high bill, they're able to look at that and immediately tell a customer what has happened. It's like, oh, we do have to jiggle the handle every once in a while.
Customers can now download a smart utility app to track usage on their own. And instead of chasing down problems, the Water and Sewer Department proactively monitors data for signs of leaks, freeing up technicians to work on scheduled tasks.
The benefits beyond just the day-to-day operation of the utility are many. One, it meant jobs. That's a lot of meters to replace. So you have jobs, you have a reduction in CO2 emissions. So there are many benefits to the community.
The renewal in Evansville didn't come without challenges. Mayor Winnecke inherited the project from the prior administration and faced opposition in implementing his vision.
We needed allies to help advocate for this. So we found the local unions, especially Local 136, to be especially helpful to us because this meant jobs to our trades.
With the success of a $39 million energy savings performance contract, city leaders are already looking to the future. Phase 2 discussions center on capturing even more savings at the water treatment plant. Now that aging systems are no longer dragging down budgets, Evansville leaders are free to make strategic investments to further strengthen the local economy.
Thank you for watching. And please let us know if you have any questions about Johnson Controls, our capabilities, and our experiences. We look forward to helping your agency conserve energy, water, and wastewater. We would like to give your utility staff those critical tools that are needed to become more efficient, and we'd like to help your utility reduce both operational and maintenance expenditures. Please send an email to us at bluewater@jci.com, and let's get started on the pathway towards sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.